Alright, this is the 37 Chrysler frame. See that big old dent in the bottom cross member? There's people bottoming out and doing everything. There's dents in the middle one. I worked some of them out. I cut this all open to an access panel. And I'm going to take a punishing hammer and work all those dents down and bellow all the bottom out so it's real nice again. And then we're going to come back here and finish this section in here and get those all down. Damn! All the oil blowing out everywhere! Oh, it's working the dent out real good. How you making out?
Man, it's on my face.
Shouldn't be. This is suspension out of the Royale. Anybody that's watching this knows this kind of served this project well. We've used it for quite a lot of different parts. And the cones are just kind of rotted into place. And as you see, this has got holes in it too. So I popped them out, trying to find the best one out of all of them, the least amount of work. It's not much to pop them out, but we've used a couple of different things off these Royale suspensions. So, but I popped them apart, see if we can get a decent one out of any of them. We have one decent one out of all of these. I'll just have to weld them up like I've done the other one and make some spots in them. I've made a few of these. I laid out a bunch of templates, and we have the red car back in here right now, so it's really great that I took the red car and just copied some of the ones. They came off with Keith Flickinger's, and so it's kind of worked out. This is a 1/8" mild steel, and I rolled it all up in here, and if you come around here to the back side, let me kind of duck down out of the way. There's an X right there where the bolt goes. And if you stick it in here, it just sits right like that. And it'll have a little bit of pressure. And it sits right in there like that. And what that does is give all structure to this fender. See how once it's clamped in, it'll get really stiff. So I've made most of my support and everything to my back fender. So I got to put the support rails in on the back and the front. And then the apron gets snapped in. And I'll start remaking this area that's all messed up here in the front. But that's one of the pieces. So you get to see what I've been doing today. All that big dented in area, all gone. All back to normal. All the caved in area here, all done, back to normal, getting ready to get paint on it. The caved in and bent frame rails and all the front end, all back to normal, ready to get paint on it. Harmon's up there finishing up the last bit. DAing everything out real quick with 400. Sprayed it all in epoxies and everything yesterday. Had everything cure up. Running over it all and getting ready to paint it. Coming out real good though. Alright, well I put the brace back up in there, and I just have it sitting in place. A little finger clip on it right now, kind of holding it up, and I bolted it through on the top. me see if I can reach up here for you. Just quick unclip it. That's all the tension that's on it. It's just a little finger clip holding it in place. That's where it'll get welded. And the little square right there is where it'll line up and have that's where it'll have its clip for the inside skirt to clip to. So these braces weren't on these fenders. There was only 2 on the other car's fenders, and they were rotted and gone. And so we've made a lot of different parts. Anyway. Alright, here we got the 37 frame again. And the Royale parts card that we've used for different things on this came through again in another part. This is the rear screwed in fitting that goes in the back for the leaf spring. I'm kind of moving it towards the camera if you can see it real good. Okay, see how egged out it became? That's wear over time. She's an old girl. So we took another piece out of the Royale and did real good. And this one wasn't egged out or worn out. Has real good threads and everything into it. So today they removed the old piece and took that egged out part. And we're gonna put a new one in, and I'm gonna heat it up and do some cold hole rivets with it real quick and put it back in its place. She's almost ready for paint. I thought she was ready yesterday, and as we're moving things around, I just kind of caught that out of the corner of my eye. And they had some stuff packed in there, and I just did not realize it was that blown out until we really looked at it. And it really blown out. But fortunately, we got another one. Show them where the rivets are all back in place. They all got put back in. So, turned out pretty good. It's all rock hard. We're back in place with the new part.
I wanted to tell you guys that it's Saturday night and we're in here painting, putting epoxy and black DCC on this car. I want to make sure that you guys know that we're fucking
You don't talk with the mask on.
Saturday paint and the fucking.
Turn the fan off so you can do it. Mr. Mumbles.
What you guys need to understand here is that it's Saturday night, and we're in here putting epoxy and paint on this 37 Chrysler frame, and it's looking good. That thing looks sweet.
Well, here's the frame. It's all sprayed. Turned out really nice. Looks slick as shit. It's midnight. We threw a little fan on it to just keep air flowing over. We're shutting everything up. We baked it for about an hour. And we're getting out of here. So, but she's slick, she's pretty. She looks really good. All the damaged areas are all gone. It's a brand new looking frame. So, she's ready to go. Start getting assembled. It's gonna be sweet.